Hello! Sorry it's been so long, and sorry this video is probably not going to be as long as it should. Just, winter does not help with my depression and anxiety. So, one day at a time, getting things done. Finished up my second draft of my thesis, which is nice. And then had to just spend a day of just back and forth emailing with several people trying to figure out if I am going to defend this winter semester and if I'm going to graduate at spring convocation, which is what I want to do. Responses seem to be relatively positive. So that's good. Like, the hope is that I will be able to defend and graduate in the spring. But that does shorten the timeline down. Like, to be able to graduate in the spring, I have to submit my thesis to graduate studies for defense approval. Which is to say that they get it and they have like 2 weeks where they can look at it and decide whether or not I can defend it. If it is academically viable for me to defend it. So that has to get done. The deadline for that, if I want to graduate for spring convocation, is February 20th. By February 20th, I have to have submitted it to the graduate studies people, and then I'll find out whether or not I can defend it. So before I can do that, I need everyone to sign off on my thesis before I can submit it so that they can say yes or no. So there's a lot of people that have to say yes or no before I even get to the defense, and then I have to defend it, and those people have to say yes or no, and then I actually have to submit it to the library for library approval for them to say yes or no. So, yeah. Which is to say, I'm sort of down to one reader who's got the second draft. Because the second draft was done mainly off... Really, it's more of a third draft, technically, but whatever. It is mainly done off of her edits. And I had to restructure the introduction completely, and in fact, it made a lot of sense. And she gave me a really good idea of how to actually do that, and so that, like, the thesis has gone back to her to see if she likes it, how I've restructured it, because she's the next person I need approval from. From what I can tell, my main supervisor, I've got his approval. If I can get everybody else's approval, he is ready to sign off, and I can submit it to grad studies to try and get their approval for a defense. Because he's told me basically that we're good on his end. I need to communicate with this other reader so that we're good on that end. It's a bit of a headache, and I'm just like, how many more times am I going to have to edit this thing before I can... Well, a lot of hoops to jump through. Don't jump through loops. Loops are more this way. I mean, a hoop is this, but I think a loop is just continuing. So, I don't know. I've done everything I can up to this point. It's a whole lot of stop and wait. until I either get some edits back or I get go for it. I mean, if I can get go for it, I'm ready to go for it as soon as I figure out who, like, how do I send this? Like, I've been reading things and there's some paperwork I have to fill out for graduation, and the paperwork looks simple, but do they tell you, like, send it to this email or drop it off at this office? No, it just seems that all students have to fill out this paperwork for graduation. Cool. Anything else to go with that? No? Okay. But again, I think on the positive end, I am getting through it. Like, the fact that I'm having this conversation about the hoops I have to jump through at the end game says that we are getting near enough to the end game that I'm worried about jumping through hoops. And it's sort of really funny because we also were worried about, like, grad photos. And my mother decided she was tired of me not wanting to ask about them. So she went ahead and emailed, and they were just like, well, she's going to have to be here in person to defend her thesis. So our suggestion is just have, like, set up a photo shoot with one of the approved companies at that time. So I'm looking at the fact that I'm literally going to have to go defend my thesis, get photos taken, probably a hair appointment before photos, because heaven knows I have no idea what to do with all of this. Oh god, it's coming off right after graduation, I swear. Just right up the middle, and then no one can stop me. Yeah, so a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. I'm slowly losing my mind. Haven't been feeling well, like, physically, when you add stress, anxiety, depression, winter, sick relatives in. I mean, I don't think there's been a day where I've gotten up and been like, I feel perfectly fine. Like, there's always something, and just trying to work through it all when you're not feeling physically 100%. Really stressful. Very stressful. But, I mean, academically, that's where I am. I mean, have any of my own writing been happening? No. Do you think I can... I just feel like screaming. Like, I feel like I'm back at the start of the summer when nothing is working and I'm just stressed because I am trying to do everything. I don't even have things to do. I am at a point where it is a whole lot of hurry up and wait. I could be doing writing right now. And I can't. I don't have the discipline to just overcome all of my anxiety and depression and sit down and write. I just want to curl up into a ball most of the time. I think it's freaking my parents out. I mean, they're not here right now. They're supposed to be out all day, but evidently Mom is feeling ill again, and so they're coming back early. So this will probably get edited when they're back. Because, truth be told, I am just enjoying the peace and quiet. Like, have I turned on the TV? No. I mean, my computer's on. But that's because I can actually sit here with a headset on and listen to some of my music and not try and hear over the TV. It's not their fault. Both of them are older. They're losing their hearing. Dad's been losing it for years. So volume is turned up, but conversation is loud, and it just means that there's a whole lot of loud noises. And I thought maybe I would go and take a walk, and then it's just been really heavily snowing on and off. And it's the toss-up. You look up at the window, and it would just be massive flakes, just... And then you look at it again, and it'll be like right now, where there's not a thing falling from the sky. And I don't want to go out in that. Not walking. I've barely been out this week. And I know Mom feels bad about that because she said we were going to go out and then she hasn't been feeling well. And then yesterday she was like, I don't really want to go out because I'm going to be out all day tomorrow. Cool. Well, I'm not out all day tomorrow. Which means I'm not out at all. And then she was like, and I said, well, as long as we get to go out next week. And she was like, well, we'll probably go out Saturday. No, we won't. Especially since she's taking Elle and they're coming home early. Like, it will be the same thing with Thursday. She won't want to go out Saturday because, one, she won't be feeling well. And two, she was just out for a lot of the day Friday. And I shouldn't get mad at them. Like, this is something I'm used to. I'm completely used to, let's do this thing. And then something happens and we don't do the thing. And the reason why I say I shouldn't be angry about it is because I do it to myself half the time because I have severe depression and anxiety. So I can plan all I want. I can wake up in the morning and decide I'm going to write 10,000 words. And then I won't even be able to write 100. I did the thing that I said I was going to do today. Well, I'm doing the second thing, which was actually making a video. But the first thing I said I was going to do is I bought a Project for Awesome t-shirt. Because decreasing world suck, even when I can't get up from my own couch, is something that I can do, especially at a time like this. Ugh. I don't feel good. I don't think good. The world is a messed up place, and I wish I could do more. And then, like I said, I could wake up in the morning and decide I'm going to do everything, and then I can barely convince myself to do one thing. And then I feel bad, and it's a horrible cycle, because feeling bad about not doing all the things that you dream of doing just makes your depression and anxiety worse. And it's just a vicious cycle. I've been trying to be happy with the idea of doing the one thing. Not trying to do 10,000 things. Trying to do one thing and one thing and one thing and one thing, and then eventually I'll get there. That's a lie. There's nowhere to get. Even if you get to a place that you think you're gonna get, there's gonna be other places to go and other things to do. I don't think life has a destination. It's really just a journey. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. I'm gonna go. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. Talk to you later, Rach.